Okie dokie, let's go and jump some rank games with a random character, and we're gonna get today, and it looks like we are playing the adventure, but we do start off with our own case. That's what Amity Wells, and speaking of Amity Wells, that's a freaking Shelly. We're gonna be taking that, and Shelly is gonna be amazing with the Amity Wells, 1,000,000%. That's for sure. Now, what else do we want to go for? Well, we definitely need a weapon, and we could further reinforce our spike action just a little bit, but I don't think I really actually want to. I want to take those healing herbs. Save our 2 golds and move on with this. So it shouldn't be bad round 1. We are speeding up our Amity Wells just a little bit with our fanny pack so we can try to get that spikes a little bit faster, because it does take us 5 seconds down to 4.5 seconds. We get our spikes to deal that extra bit of damage too. And once we get our Shelly inside our stone case, they're going to be moving pretty darn fast. And not bad, we do manage to win our first rounds. And that is a flame badge. We can go for Turbo Shelly of all things. Should we go for it? It is 5 gold for CC. It is nice actually. Turbo Shelly is going to be nice too. Let's grab our storage. Let's grab the flame badge then too, and we could go for that shovel. We probably should actually. Well, let's switch this around so we can speed up our broom as well as our Shelly. We get our heat in as well, and I'm going to be taking these twins. Multiple twins, and we could craft up a rope if we want to. I want to take another one though. And yeah, we're going to be moving on with this sort of situation, I think. Trying to get us a little bit more max life stacked up for ourselves too. We're also getting our Shelly to keep us alive. Now we might want to grab ourselves a second weapon. Well, Shelly's going to be triggered 8.76 seconds. It's kind of amazing with the stone case. And after 5 seconds, we're going to trigger it again with Amity Wells. So this guy's going to make sure we're fully healed and pretty much remove all the debuffs. We got lots of heat, speeding up our Shelly even faster with our broom to try and inflict all that blinds, even though our opponents is going to get some luck too. And they're going to start stacking up a lot of max life with Magic for Dummies. So this could be a huge problem for us with the sheer amount of max life we're going to have. So Shelly is going to have to put in a lot of work to keep us healthy. But we are stacking up our own max life with our twine too. And can we win out? Shelly coming in super clutch. Hell yeah, we can. Amazing actually. Now, I see level up. Level up is kind of crazy actually, because every 5 seconds, gain 10 max health, gain stamina, gain mana, and gain luck. That's a lot of things to gain. But also just gets better and better every single round. I'm gonna take level up. Now, gloves on sale will be taken too. Is there anything else we really want here? Not exactly. We can take more flames. That's for sure. We can take our storage too. And right now I kind of want to craft up Turbo Shelly. But I also really want to use our gloves right now to target our Shelly. But also our level up too. Trying to maybe we can actually achieve that. Well, if we get rid of our max life stack, and maybe. Well, we can kind of get a little bit in this sort of situation. If we move this over, then we can get a little bit better actually. We get our gloves on our Shelly along with our level up, so we can try to get as much buffs from that too, and we are going to move on. So this should be kind of nasty actually. DPS wise, we're not going to have a whole lot of DPS. But we're going to have no problem with stamina. Not at all. We're going to be stacking up some mana, which doesn't do a whole lot for us. We skill up our accuracy with our luck. We are going to get loads of max life though. Loads of max life, loads of heals. And some spike action to deal a little bit more chip damage. The only problem is, this poison is scary. Because this poison is going to start ramping up. Never mind, our Shelly cleanses every single bit of it. Yeah, we're just going to outsurvive our opponents. We're actually going to outsurvive a Reaper with his storage coffin. And these guys are notorious for just outsurviving their opponents, inflicting all that poison so it ramps up and smashes down the opponents. So not bad actually. Now that is a chili pepper too, so we can get even faster. And we could try to go for Jinx Staff of all things. We could go for Jinx Staff into Ruby Chunks, into Ukulele, into faster Turbo Shelly. But I see Amity Wells, and I see some regen, and I kind of want to go for that big great sword. So I'm not going to take any of that, and that's a hammer dagger. Should we pivot to this instead? I mean, I just want to take a fanny pack. Take a fanny pack, we could take the broccoli. We're going to stack up a little bit of luck with our level up, so this can give us some regen actually. It costs us 4 gold, and broccoli just seems kind of not great, am I wrong? I do kind of want to take the garlic. And what the hell is this? On sale for 4? That's kind of absurd too, but another health pot to speed up our Turbo Shelly, but potentially get another Turbo Shelly. I think is exactly what I want. But I'm also thinking about using this fanny pack basically on our level up instead of anything else. Trying to get our max life going as well. Trying to get this going as fast as possible. Are we going to take this? Being on sale for 4, we could try to just do a little bit of fatigue damage. We can also craft up a helmet later on, so you know what, I will actually take it. Because right now, our DPS is a bit lacking, so if we do try to survive, and just get that fatigue, and oh, we're not surviving this. So much flat damage. Wait, hold on a second. Turbo Shelly coming back in. Multiple weapons, spikes. They're going to be taking lots of chip damage. Never mind. We're 1,000,000% going to win this one out. No problems whatsoever. Hell yeah. And our level up. Going to 3 seconds right now. Now that's also pineapple for even more spike stacking. But it does cost us 6 golds. Which I kind of don't want to go for. But I do want to sell one more flame, so we can go ahead and take this potion too. We need speed up just a little bit too, and add in a regen. And what the hell is that flame doing? Actually, what the hell else am I doing? We kind of want to move on with this sort of situation. Definitely so. So we should be able to get a little bit more max life stacked up with our swines too. Now that is the channel. And they're going to be moving a lot of robots. Lots of cold on us too. Slowing us down. Just a little bit. But our Shelly is triggering every 5.5 seconds. Which is kind of crazy. Cleanse whenever cold they do inflict with ice armor. They're going to trigger it again with their Echo Battle Cry. But this chain up is going to scale up an insane amount of damage. Definitely so. We need a weapon upgrade for sure. Because a little tiny broom isn't going to do a whole lot for us. It is putting in an insane amount of work for us. That's for sure. And they got a crazy amount of armor. We got tons of max life. And combined max life with Turbo Shelly, we might still be able to survive this. Unless this chin up hits us for an insane amount. Because that fatigue is chipping down our opponents. And holy moly, are we winning out. Now I'm looking at this Gooberts. And I'm thinking to myself, we could go for Dragonite. How the hell do we not take it? Keep the wooden sword just in case we want to go for Prismatic Sword. Nice Rock Paw if we want to. Stamina Sack's kind of absurd not to take, but how are we going to fit this Goobert in? And why are we still holding on to this broom? So we're at a little bit of problem to fit in our Gooberts. We're going to lose out on a little bit of max life stacking, but we're going to have our Corrupted Crystal, our Garlic, our Broom, even our Shelly attached to our Gooberts. I think get that a little bit of extra heals. And we could place in our wooden sword too, but I'm not even really going to be too pushy about it. And that's a lot of freaking bows with Markswoman. Yeah, they're going to be dealing lots and lots of damage. They got their own heals, they got their Shell Totem to give them empower too. We could be in trouble. Because they're going to stack up a decent bit of empower. But they are running out of stamina, so that's going to be a huge blow for us. That's for sure. But as long as we can stack up our max life, we get our heals from Gooberts, we got even more heals, we're going to get lots of heats. We're going to be speeding up our Corrupted Crystal with the heats, so they're going to take way more fatigue damage. They still got the Hell Pot though. But it's not looking too bad for us right now. That's 1,000,000% sure. Not bad at all. There's a treasure. And also Chili Gooberts. But that's a treasure. Sir Sands? We could go for depot stacking builds. But let's take our Stamina Sack too. But I'm thinking about moving on with this sort of direction. Putting in our wooden sword. Having our Goobert in here as well. Having our Sir Sands, so it's going to be a lot of blind on us. But with our level up, we should be able to stack up our accuracy. Our opponent does have an insane setup. Magic Torch, Spear, Hunger Blade. We're going to have lots and lots of skilling damage, tons of buffs. And this is where I think we're going to start falling behind. Well, maybe actually. Because it is still neck and neck. Never mind. What the hell am I talking about? I think I've gone crazy today. Wasn't even close. Our opponent did have a ton of value and our weapon situation is looking horrible. Now, a couple of options. Merchants being on sale is nice, but we would have to place our Goobert for it. But it would speed up our Turbo Shelly. And it does give us regen for later on too. I think I'm going to take Merchant today. That's a freaking Glowing Crown, man. Now, where the hell is the weapon upgrades? Let's take our storage. Let's take this because, honestly, more trades. Let's roll. Okay, we'll take the Divine Paw, I guess. And we probably do need to pivot into this Ripsaw Blade. Wait, free garlic. But we can sell back for the same price anyway. So I'm going to sell Divine Paw. I'm going to sell a Broom. Sell this too, and I'm going to go ahead and take this Ripsaw Blade. We just need a damage upgrade, man. And we haven't found ourselves a Turnip, we haven't found ourselves a Hunger Blade. And we could go Gloves of Power. But I'm going to roll once more. We found ourselves a Practically Large Greatsword first. Which feels like a big ol' yikes. Now we could go Molten Greatsword instead. We'll use up all our heat to give us a crazy amount of power. But I think I'm going to sell the Flame, I'm going to take another customer card. Now is there anything else we really want? Do we want to put in our Gooberts? We're also having our skills in here trying to speed up basically our Turbo Shelly. Along with a Ripsaw Blade, along with our Corrupted Crystal. Regen, it doesn't matter too much, maybe we should switch this in here because getting our Garlics to run faster would be much more ideal. And if we slot this over then, and have you running in top, that's not going to be good enough, we place you in here. That's perfect. Yeah, pretty neck and neck. let's get going once again. Goobert's going to be out, but with her skills, honestly, skills really isn't going to do a whole lot for us right now. It does speed up her Turbo Shelly even faster, just a little bit though. Long Rift Saw Blades, we can remove some of the skilling damage, especially going up again a double axe. Which Dragon Claws actually give us more time to get our fatigue damage off, and also just stack up our buffs. So it is kind of nice in that regards. But this double axe is going to start dealing some crazy damage. But can we outsurvive him? Because right now, we got a lot of max life, and just an insane amount of buffs. It's not going to be close anymore. Now, finally, a lightsaber. Never mind, we could go for that Light Goobers. We could also go for Molten Spear, but that is our Hunger Blade. Let's take our Hunger Blade. Light Goobers could be kind of nice actually. We would be able to inflict a lot of debuffs if we go super fast. But I'm just going to roll for now, and that is a helmet. It's also treasure. We can also trade this up for a freaking katana if we want to. Do we want to go for a superheated katana instead? That could be a shout too. Now the helmet has arrived as well, which I'm not going to be going for. I did say I want to go for Dragonite, but I also kind of want to sell this fella. We take the treasure, and it is Armored Life, which is smashing. Genuinely awesome. Prime Pan we're going to be getting rid of too, and I still want to roll to look for more. Prismatic Sword, Heart Container, Dragonite. Why do you have to show up right now, my friends? That's kind of insane. I regret everything. I definitely regret everything. But a Prismatic Sword could go a long way too. Now the reason why I did want to go for this is because this is going to be a Heart of Darkness, eventually. The only problem with our customer cards right now is I do want to keep them as customer cards, but they're also increasing our chances. Which I really do want to find ourselves a tournament. But as you can see, we got Legendary, Godly, Epic, Common. But I'm going to have to take both of these. Let's take our little star, our little shiny shell, and we're going to craft up another Turbo Shelly. No, I kind of actually want to. It's going for all this heat. I think it's going to be kind of nasty. We're not going Prismatic Sword. We're not going for the Dragon Egg. We're going to go for this Katana right now. But Armored Life is going to be awesome because it does give us increased healing as well. And that's going to be awesome. Now that is a cheesy Gooberts with a Flame Up. They're going to be going Infinite Heat Stack and removing our buffs. Shielded is extremely bad for us because it eats up all our stamina. And we can't lifesteal if we're no stamina. And since we're going fast, we're going to be hitting that shield quite often. And it's going to be eating up even more of our stamina. But right now, we're actually keeping up with opponents just a little bit. And that fatigue damage is going to be chipping it down just a little bit too. So can we survive? Because they got a ton of max life from this cheese Goobers. But we got a decent bit of... That's 120 heat. There's no way we do survive this. All this region as well. This is a crazy long fight. And yeah, we're eventually going to fall short, aren't we? Just have way too much heat, too much regen. But we did put up quite a good fight still. Especially when Sheila kind of smashes us. When I say kind of smashes us, it definitely smashes us. Now, I'm going to take that trade. Box Riches is kind of nuts for him. Now, the real question is, what do you want to go for? I kind of like taking Turnburst here since we're going to have lots and lots of spikes. Also, when the hell did this change? Oh yeah, because we got a Katana. Never mind me, I'm kind of dumb. Double Rainbow, I don't really want Stoned. We're not going to be going for armor, so it's either Turnburst, Gamble, or more max life with more stats and more damage. Now, if we get the Impractically LARGE Greatsword, 5% damage is going to be crazy. Max life is also going to be fantastic too. But Turnburst for that stun, I think I might take 2. And that's a freaking Phoenix, man, on sale for 6. Now let's sell our wooden sword. I don't want to sell a garlic too. And we got to sell 2 flames, unfortunately. We can take our stamina sack with a Heart Container. Then I got a little bit of bad news. We're going to be moving on with this sort of direction. When I say bad news, we're going to be moving our Corrupted Crystal outside our skill for now as well. And we'll see how this actually pans out. Is this going to be good enough? Maybe. We are facing another cheesy Gooberts. With the Power of the Moon, they're going to be going for that Moon Armor. I'm kind of glad they don't have it just yet. Or Moon Shield, I should say. But we'll see how this pans out. Because we should be able to get our Heart Container online, give us more power, more increased healing efficiency, and just a ton of max life. But we should be able to remove a lot of skilling damage with a Katana as long as it doesn't keep running out stamina. Now, I really thought level up would be helping our stamina by quite a bit. But these shields are eating up an insane amount of stamina. And our opponents is going to be stacking up a lot of damage. The defensive fence square, but we got tons and tons of buffs right now. And are we going to be able to win out? Definitely looking like so. Not bad once again. We're going to get a second Turbo Shelly online. We're going to get this Heart of Darkness online as well. And let's take our Gemstone. With more storage. Now I kind of want to take out the Box Riches with a Flame Badge and I want to roll like crazy. We decided to come back up, eh? Don't really want to take that trade. Come on, man. You gotta be here too? On sale for 5. Making me really regret my decision of not going for this dragon. There's no way. There's no freaking way. I'm gonna take the penny back. We're gonna say goodbye to this for now. Second heart container. Can we even take a second heart container? Because right now we're in a bit of trouble. Never mind, we kind of fixed that. Balancing our skills so we can get all that heat stacked up, speeding up our weapons maybe might not be the best play. But it is going to have to do for now. Can we take that second heart container? We could go for a heart shield actually. I'm still going to roll. But I'm going to take these out. And that's more treasure. Never mind, so we're taking this and we're just moving it. Break on! Let's get going once again. But is this going to be good enough? Once you do practice now, we're going to get a little bit more power. But we're also going to be reducing our opponent's healing down from 30% by basically 40%. That's going to be really, really fantastic. We're also converting our regen into vampirism. So it does take us a little bit longer to actually get online, but once we do get online, it's not going to be too bad for us. And with our red ruby inside our Heart of Darkness, we still get our increased healing efficiency by just a little bit. But it's not looking too bad for us. Turbo Shellys, still putting in some work for us, not bad at all. Now that's a second Hunger Blade. Let's take our treasure. Freaking hammer, man. We just lost money on that. Big Topaz could be kind of nice too, but we're going to take you out. Let's take out our Flame Badge. Taking these out so we can try to find Prismatic Orb. We can trade this up for another pineapple. Another pineapple on sale. How the hell do we not take all this? There's multiple pineapples. Prismatic Orb is kind of nuts as well. Being on sale, I gotta take you. And let's roll once. And we could just trade this gemstone up for a bigger, better gemstone. How the hell do we not even take that? Now here's the situation at hand. We want to speed up our Prismatic Orb, but that's going to be the same amount of value on one side. Pineapples don't make up for it, that's for sure. So if we split this down below, not as good either. So we might not be able to use our Prismatic Orb just there yet. But we can still try to get as much from this as possible. Now I kind of want to sell the garlic. And I still want to roll. More dragon eggs, man. Let's sell one flame to keep rolling. And is it time to take our Impractically LARGE Greatsword? I mean, no turnip is kind of nasty. It's definitely kind of nasty for us, but we kind of need this if we want to go for that Impractically LARGE Greatsword. Now let's sell 2 flames again. We're selling pretty much all our flames. Go ahead and take more storage once again so we can add in these gemstones. But I'm going to have to leave this. Yeah, we just can't really afford to add this in just yet. Not right now. I'd rather keep our katana. We are going the long way around to getting this Impractically LARGE Greatsword online. But let's get a Heart of Darkness online to try and get crazy amount of max life, reduce that healing. Insane amounts. Our opponent does have some healing down, but with our Prismatic Orb in as well, we do increase your healing efficiency, so it's not going to matter too much. And we should be able to just constantly heal up too. While we stack up same amount of buffs, got our spikes to do more damage, and just have that vampirism while also removing the scaling damage with the katana and with our twines. Also scale up our max life. Not bad once again. Katana really carrying this for quite a bit, I'm going to be honest. Now we do actually end up with about a 30 DPS, which is genuinely not great. In terms of heals, we do have a 35 healing per second, which is not bad, but in terms of max health, another 278 max health gains. In terms of block, not a whole lot of block, so should we take our points to run? I think we can have potentially get this crazier if you manage to find yourselves a Torn Rogue. So Box Rich is back out. This back out too, and let's get going. No, I'm never taking this trade, ever. Any of the stuff we do want, not exactly. Armor on sale we'll take because we can maybe get a trade bet. We can trade this if we want to. I'm going to sell you to go ahead and take our treasure. It's a freaking Shepherd's Crook, which I genuinely kind of want to keep it. So we're going to sell the Box Riches. Should we sell the Box Riches? I mean, the gemstone is going to be really, really awesome, but at the same time, fitting in the Shepherd's Crook, it's also going to be awesome. Only problem is, how the hell are we going to fit it in? Never mind. We can fit it in like so, but we won't get any of the value on it, except pretty much stop this from being afflicted by debuffs. We're going to sell one more flame. Let's roll one more time. And never mind, let's move on. Now, we only got a few more chances of getting this Impractically LARGE Greatsword online, because first of all, we have to find ourselves a turnip, craft it up into a Bloodthorne, and holy moly, are we not surviving this. Yeah, we got smashed. But this time around, let's take the storage. Take the storage, take these out, then roll. We do got ourselves as shields, which we're not going to be taking. We could just go for that prismatic sword. Helmets we could go for as well. Let's sell this flame to go ahead and take the treasure. Come on, man. Really? Yeah, it looks like we probably should have taken our points and ran. We do got a hero shield though, which isn't really going to do a whole lot for us. It does give us more damage on a katana starting off. Maybe it'll be awesome once we get our Impractically Large Greatsword if we manage to get online. But we are facing a prismatic sword that is going to be trying to inflict a ton of debuffs, and thanks to our Shepherd's Crook, those debuffs aren't going to be as bad. And with our Turbo Shellies, we're going to be cleansing the rest of it. We're kind of nasty into debuff stacking builds, if we're going to be honest. Not too bad, but also just not terrible either. We should be able to beat out this prismatic sword, no problems whatsoever. Hell yeah. Now come on, Tornub. You gotta show up eventually, right? The banana on still will take. We need that stamina. Everything else we want, so we could just go for Jin's Lamp and just start lamping instead. Gilgerbs will take because that's just gonna... Should we just pivot? Pivot back into this guy. We had more than enough chances to go for this. Come on, man. It's too late. We can't do it. Now, Darksaber. We're not going to be going for either. More prismatic swords. I mean, I kind of reckon my own head that we can't find ourselves one little tiny Tornweb. One little tiny Tornweb. And we just never seen a single one the entire game. Not a single one. Now, this double axe is going to be kind of scary. They're going to have invincibility. They're going to have insane damage reduction for 7 million years. And this is going to have a ton of scaling damage. So I'm hoping that our katana can put in some work for us. Whether shields, maybe eats up some of their stamina, but it's not going to be close whatsoever. That double axe was just way too strong for us. Now this time, we're taking our storage and we're rolling. And should we just pivot into Falcon Blade? Definitely not. Well, let's take this. Let's keep going. Another prismatic sword. Spectral dagger we could take too. Never mind. We found it. We actually found it. Time to say goodbye to our katana, and this is where things could become problematic. It only took 7 bajillion years to get this online. I'm not gonna lie, guys, it took way too long to get this Bloodthorne online. But I think we are gonna move on with this. Now, this prismatic orb is gonna be in a terrible spot. It would definitely be more ideal in this spot, but we're gonna have to keep it here for now. Once we get our vampire gloves, once we get our Bloodthorne online, our position is gonna be a lot better for us. But yeah, we might not be able to survive this. Holy Spirit has been kind of cracked lately. Lots and lots of invincibility. Just invincibility might be too broken because it literally stops us from life stealing, stopping us from healing up, and they just take no damage. We are just 1,000,000% going to lose that. However, we do get our Bloodthorne. I'm going to take the Custom Guard along with a regen, and we're going to roll like crazy. How many ruby eggs have we seen today? Try and find ourselves Impractically Large Greatsword, and we finally get it. But how are we going to buy this? Because we need to buy this rounds. That's the problem. We need all this regen. We don't need the customer card anymore. We could sell this too. Do we want to sell a Shepherd's Crook or Pineapple? Pineapple does stack up some spikes, but we're going to get rid of it. And then we could get rid of 1 twine, 1 flame. We wouldn't take it. So you can fit that in, and then we can have our twine in this spot too. Things are looking kind of awesome the way they are. Shepherd's Crook we can fit back into just to get rid of all those debuffs. And let's get Impractically Large Greatsword online, and I kind of want to take this Draconic Orb too. Now let's get going. Now, we're probably going to lose out because, again, we're going to be using up way too much stamina with our setup. We do get 5 power off the rib, which means our Impractically Large Greatsword is going to be online as well, but that's going to be a lot of poison stacking, lots of healing down, 73%, 80% healing down, especially with that Doom Cap. Yeah, we're not going to have any heals after that, and the sheer amount of potions that they do have and the sheer amount of max health, it's not going to be close. Bring us down to 1 life. But was it all worth it to grab ourselves a second Impractically Large Greatsword? I genuinely think so. So let's take this Draconic Orb. We definitely want to take that fella. And we do want to take this heart container too. So I'm actually going to sell this twin. I'm going to sell this twin. I'm going to take another heart container because if we stack up multiple regen, which is going to be kind of difficult because we're going to use up an insane amount of regen anyway with our Impractically Large Greatsword. But if we do manage to stack up a little more regen and we can trigger second heart container, things are going to be fantastic for us. Now I kind of want to slot this in here, speeding up everything as well. We can place you in as well, and that's looking kind of amazing. If we place that in, then up top, that's going to be way too much for us. What if we switch you to this side? Then you back inside, that's a little bit too much on this side as well. If we switch you to this side, again, same situation. So Prismatic Orb might have to place down below. And I think this could potentially be our whole entire setup the way we have it right now. Yeah, I think so. Prismatic Orb maybe not doing the best it can for us. But let's go and see if it's going to be good enough. We should be able to resist a lot of debuffs. We finally got our Impractically LARGE BLOODTHORNE online. We should be able to trigger our Heart of Darkness immediately, getting 4 in power. We just need one tiny little bit more power. And we just need our skills to stack up a regen for us. And we got our power right now, and our Impractically LARGE Greatsword is going to start dealing massive damage. Because we got tons of max life, we increase your healing efficiency, we got tons of power, and that's 161 damage hit. And 360 crit, which is going to go 480 crit. Not bad. Definitely worth going into it. And honestly, this Draconic card will come in super clutch. Because once you do get 15 heats, it gives massive crits to Impractically LARGE Greatsword. So in terms of DPS, yeah, we managed to get about a 200 DPS, but we did sacrifice all our lives to get there. Now in terms of heals, we do have about a 60 healing per second, which isn't bad, but when you have 60 healing amplification, maybe not that great. But in terms of max life, we did get 260 max life, and in terms of block, 60 block. That's literally about it. But hey, it was enough to barely win out, squeeze out on 1 life, giving us just about 6 rank points, ranking us up to 10 in Masters. But not bad. Definitely super fun builds. But I'm going to leave here for now. I just want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, review, and subscribe. And I hope to keep looking for the next one. I'll see you next time. We're back to round 18 fight, and we're going to see if this Impractically LARGE BLOODTHORNE was worth it. The opponent is going to be inflicting a lot of debuffs, a lot of blind. They're going to be stunning us. So can we really keep up with them? Maybe. We also stun him back too. We got both our Heart Containers online right now, which got our power, and that was a 286 crit. Now, can we take on a Cubert's Ruby Chunk Adventure type builds? Now, they got crits. They also got Ukulele too, so they're going to be stacking up a lot of buffs. At the same time, they're going to be stealing our buffs, but that was a 250 crit. That was a 300 crit also. But can we take on a Falcon Blade with a Jin Slam? With the Moon Armor? Maybe. But as long as we get our heat from a Turbo Shelly stacked up to 15, our Impractically LARGE Greatsword is going to start dealing some big damage, as long as it's not during that invincibility. Never mind, 440 damage.